me and my
She
man.
keep it real with all that extra stuff.
The extra stuff.
You like all the extra stuff.
I'm confident. What it do, people? This is your boy DASQ, and this is another day, another Wine Time Wednesday. I have my co-host,
Michelle.
and would you like to introduce the new guest that introduced?
Okay, so as we said, I'm the lovely Michelle, and I have invited our special guest. Remember last week we told y'all we was gonna have something a little special for y'all. So welcome, Miss Brittany. This is my friend. We went to the Renaissance concert together. What's up, Brittany? Introduce yourself, girl.
Brittany, aka Queen Yahttie. Y'all remember that? So I brought y'all some wine today.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Appreciate
It
you.
is a Pinot Noir.
That's what I like.
It is 13.5% alcohol.
Trying to get us drunk.
We be
The past
high.
couple of wines has been getting stronger and stronger. I can't say that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the percentage.
Oh,
Right.
well, add this into your collection. I recently tried this one at a fancy, nice little restaurant that I took one of my favorite little boyfriend, aka, is it called Mojave? Something like
Okay.
that. It sits on the Chattahoochee, so if you go, it's really nice. It's great ambiance. You can sit inside, outside.
Date
Sits on
night?
Chattahoochee.
That's
Date
what that
night.
sound like.
Yes.
Okay,
So,
Brittany, let's get
I
into
let
this
y'all do the
wine.
honors of opening it.
Okay, let's get into this here. Be a gentleman, please.
Always. Guess first.
Ooh. Gentlemen, you said.
I did say it. His mama raised him right.
Gracias, senor.
That's good. Look. You heard that? Look.
I did.
Look.
I'm weak.
Okay.
Smells good. A little swish.
A little swishy spit. Let's look at them legs.
Well, cheers. Yay.
Okay. Cheers. Okay, so it smells like peanut. What is it? Pinot Noir?
Pinot Noir.
Okay. It's a little bitter. Why are you laughing at me? You laughing at me?
Because in my head I was thinking, if you love pina coladas.
Okay. So these legs are pretty thick. So I guess like we always say, more legs means more alcohol or sugar or sugar. How much sugar is in this? Does it say?
I did not read the sugar in context. I like it. It's not too bitter. I do not like bitter wine. This is a Pinot that I personally like, that I enjoy.
Okay.
I don't really care for the bitterness. I'm more of a sweet red. So if y'all like sweet red and want to try it, definitely try it.
That's good.
Very good.
It's pretty smooth.
Probably go good with
It
like
didn't make my-
steak or something like that.
Yes.
I should have had this before because I was scarfing that thing down.
But you can find this at your local Total Wine shop. It is not at your regular liquor store wine shops you'd have to go to. So
How
I thought that
much?
one special. This one went for $16.99.
Okay, not bad.
So the guy was pretty much, there's one similar, they're about around the same price, but basically if you compare it, it's a $40, it's a taste of a $40 wine in a cheaper version. So
It does taste really like.
it gives that elegance.
Okay, thank you, Brittany. I like this.
You're welcome.
Gotta add this one to the collection.
We do.
Yes.
All right, if we were to rate this 1 out of 10, what would you give it?
I give it a strong 9.
Strong 9. Okay, so it's your wine, so I'm assuming you rated a 10.
I'm not gonna rate it a 10 because I am personally a sweet red.
Okay.
So I would take a 9 as well for it being a Pinot.
I'll give it an 8.
Strong 8. Not no 8 point.
8.2. That's my favorite. 8.2. Because if I say 8.5, you might as well round it to 9.
I was gonna say why I gotta be a 2, but you know.
because of him.
Nah.
All right. Well, thank you again, Brittany, for this lovely wine.
Absolutely.
Definitely gonna add this to the collection. So let's get into this wine time topic. What we got?
All right. So today's topic would be moving on
Not quite.
or moving in the right direction.
Is your relationship moving in the right
There
direction?
we go.
So how do you know? How do you know if your relationship is moving in the right direction? If it's real, if he or she is just not that into you. Like, how do you know? Like, what are some signs, Mr. Married Man?
To me, I would say, you're moving in the right direction when you and your partner has that bond.
Okay.
Has that bond where you can agree to disagree, but still be there for that person at the end of the conversation or the topic or the argument or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
That's one way I look at it.
Okay.
How about y'all?
What say you, Brittany? Today.
I mean, I get that in every relationship you have to agree and build a foundation, so that I feel like that's just the start. Like when we talk about going in the right direction and what are some of the signs, like what are you doing right? What is the other individual not doing right? Like, do I have to beg you to give me time and attention? Should it come naturally? As a woman, do I ask for it or do I feel like I shouldn't ask for it? If I'm your lady, I don't feel like I should have to ask for certain things. And if I feel like I have to ask, I feel like I'm walking over that thin line that kind of makes it, whereas, okay, maybe you're not that into me if I have to ask.
I'm gonna say this. I feel 50-50 about it, because I feel like there are some men who don't know like how to actually pursue a woman or how to keep her. And then I also feel like as women, we expect stuff to come naturally. Like, we're natural romantics. We're natural, like, nurturers, givers, carers, like, naturally affectionate. And so if we're naturally like that, we're automatically assuming the man should be like that. We watch romance movies from Disney movies from the time we're, kids till adults, and Disney princesses. So like in our mind, it's like Prince Charming. Like, you're supposed to woo me, you're supposed to chase me down, you're supposed to all of this and make me feel like you're into me. And sometimes men just don't give that. Like, what would you say if a man is not giving that? Would you say he just wasn't taught, he doesn't know, or do you feel like he's just not into you? Because I've also heard that the right woman will bring that out of a man.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
Yeah, that's true. But you got to look at people's circumstances too. Like, what happened in the past to make him hold up that wall of not know how to treat a woman in that type of form of fashion. Like, he probably was in a relationship where she probably did everything and the little small things that he do when he come around or try to talk to you or try to take you out and everything else like that. He thinks that's doing the most when it really ain't.
Ooh.
Women have higher expectations than guys. Guys, we just like to hang low and just chill. And then every now and then, if we see that the woman is doing a lot and he does find interest into her, then 9 times out of 10, some guys catch on and be like, okay, I see she do this, I see she do that. Let me do something that I don't normally do to show that I am into.
Yeah, but where does it come from? Like, I really don't want to use us as an example, but when we first met, you did everything. You pursued me. To the point that I was just like, get on my nerves. Like, you know what?
And how long does that last, right?
Well, so...
And you better not tell our story.
The different thing... See, the thing about that is, when I first saw her, right then and there in my mind, I was like, that's the one. Some people have, well, I ain't gonna say some people. When people are looking for a guy that already know what he want and has his shit together, they mainly be like older folks. Like probably in their, damn near their 40s. They got their shit together. Some do, some don't, because they ain't got all that shit out of them. You know what I'm saying? If somebody been through this and witnessed this in a relationship, witnessed that in a relationship, somewhere along the line, either 3 or 4, he'll know what type of woman that he really wants, and he'll show his affection by showing the women that, hey, you know, I'm really digging you. Cause some women now on the first few dates are the little, I don't know, the little month rule or the year rule that y'all have. Y'all will put that man through some shit. I'm sorry for cursing, but y'all will put him through some stuff. But if he stays strong and not just branch off somewhere else and find interest somewhere else, then you're a keeper.
I got some questions.
I'm perplexed.
What are you perplexed about?
I understand it, but I'm gonna challenge it, because when we talk about, like you said, when you seen her, I knew that was the one, right? Let's say you're in that relationship and maybe you didn't say that was the one. She becomes a placeholder? Because men like to tell us as women not to bring the past into our future relationship. So some of the things that we know about ourselves, we try to do better with the next individual. But if he's doing the same, we don't know that. We just know that there's a blocker. And so, for instance, I'm going to use me as an example. Everything, like you said, if a man takes you here and he thinks that he's doing the most, right? Let's go back to the basics where I meet this individual and first thing you do is talk about your past relationships, right? Like, hey, why are you single? How did you get here? What was some turnoffs that you didn't like about your past relationship? You have that conversation. And in that conversation, if you are a good listener, as you should be, you're going to learn what they like, they don't like. And I think men don't take that away from women as much as women take that from men. So in this conversation that I've had with my individual, the past relationship was clingy. It was, they did a lot. You know what I mean? Oh, we traveled here, we did this, but she was very clingy, and
so you trying not to be clingy.
Right. So she became demanding of my time and attention, and then it was just like, okay, boom, I don't want to be that individual, right? So I'm giving you your leeway and space, but at the same time, I'm still looking for time and attention. I'm not saying that I'm clingy, but every woman is looking for that time and attention. So what you said, to your point, is that you're giving me something and you think that it's the world, and I'm yearning for more. You know what I'm saying? So then when you go start asking and you start pursuing, it becomes, well, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and it becomes an argument where it's like, I'm telling you how I feel and I'm telling you what I need, and you're not reciprocating that and giving it back. And so you're now telling me that I should be grateful and comfortable for what I'm getting, and that's not fair on my end.
So let me ask you this before you get deeper into it. How long has the relationship been going?
Ooh, it will be a year. We can do those. We need shots on that one. It's a year, and within the year, it's not all bad. Let's say that, because there are good things and there are bad things. But again, if in a year I can't express to you without you feeling a certain type of way, that tells me you're okay with me walking away.
Is that a red flag?
It possibly could be, but there's two sides to that. So for me is, I've never had this with a certain individual, right? And so when you are walking in a path with a new person, you're starting from ground zero. So if you've never been in a situation, I'm sure you and Michelle have plenty of situations that you have not been with anybody else. Is that considered a red flag, or do you need to learn how to work on it through it together in a relationship? Not necessarily a red flag. So for me, I don't feel it's a red flag, but potentially it is a red flag.
I feel like what would make it a red flag is if you're not receptive to what I'm saying to you. Because if so, relationships are all about give and take, and it's all about meeting each other's needs, wants as well. And sometimes you won't, but you have to meet in the middle and figure out your boundaries, your deal breakers, etc. But if I'm telling you this is what I need to feel XYZ in this relationship, and it's not in my mind unreasonable, but you feel like I'm asking for too much, is what it sounds like almost as if you're asking for too much. That's kind of like a red flag to me, because to me, I feel like, based on my experience, there's not too much of anything that he could ask me for and I don't want to give it to him, because I'm just that in love.
But in the beginning, that first year,
in the beginning, we were like
inseparable,
puppy love,
right?
Right. We were tighter than ever the first year. I couldn't wait. There was a phone call. Hey, what you doing? Nothing. Okay, get dressed. I'm coming to get you. I didn't have to ask. I don't think I ever asked to hang out.
But see, the thing about that is, I wanted you. From the first conversation that we had, I told you straight up, you my woman. You didn't want to hear it. You didn't want to hear it. You didn't want to believe it. You was like, yeah, whatever. But what I'm getting at with this is, so how long ago was he separate from the past person? And how long ago was it y'all got together since that breakup?
So that's a good question. From my understanding, it had been about 6 to 8 months.
See, now, not trying to take up for guys, everything else like that, but you do have to understand that, okay, because everything was not peaches and cream when me and her got together at the beginning. What you have to understand is he just got a relationship. 6 months. That's just a year. That's just not giving a man time enough to figure himself out mentally, spiritually, relationship-wise, and all that other good stuff.
That's on him, though.
It is on him. Now, give me.
Okay. Let me get off your throat.
My glass almost empty.
Pull you up.
Go ahead. So,
baby.
But another thing that I'm getting at is that who chose who?
He pursued me.
He pursued you. Okay, so what's wrong with the guy who's still trying to figure it out? Now, y'all call yourself boyfriend and girlfriend, but to me, that's like dating wise, the game that he playing. I ain't gonna say the game that he playing, but right now it's just dating. I'm still trying to figure myself out, but I don't want to lose you in the process of trying to figure that out.
So that I become a placeholder.
I just had to get a good definition of placeholder because I did write that down to see what is that. But okay, so
that eventually a placeholder to us, and tell me if you have the same understanding. Placeholder to us is what you said. I got to get myself together. I'm not mentally, maybe financially, spiritually, or emotionally ready to move forward with you, but I want you in my corner. But also, placeholder for us is you cool. I like what we got, but it ain't going forward.
Because I want something better.
I want something different.
Now, who really at fault? Women mature faster than guys. If you see that that's something that you don't even really want to be bothered with because I'm a placeholder.
But what if you don't know you're a placeholder? We're just speculating because
men tell women anything.
Well, you said when you saw me, you knew you wanted me.
Right.
Correct. Right. So you did everything possible to get me. And then you did everything possible to keep me. Right. There were ups and downs, bumps in the road.
Right.
Let's take me and you out of the equation. Just me. If I were to run into a guy, he pursues me, but then once he gets me, he just stops. We're not progressing. I don't hear I miss you. You're not calling me. You're not texting me. It's just not giving. It's not giving I want you.
But why do we have to play cat and mouse?
Right.
As long as we're distant, is where you been? Let's go out. Let's hang out. Da 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 da. And you, once you be like, all right, hey, you know, you giving in. It's like, well, you here.
Be content. You get what I'm saying? So, like, you may not know you're a placeholder, but I feel like you guys know whether you want us for real and what you want from
Absolutely.
us and what you do. Oh, you smiling.
I'm smiling because
Oh, you smiling.
I'm smiling because the way that you just said all that information, it's kind of like you can tell that you're a placeholder. Why would I show up? I mean, I'm spending all this whoop-de-whoop game. I probably might be doing this just to be covering up something.
Little.
I probably might be saying this just to cover up something. And then once we're together, it's like no affection, no nothing, right?
Well, we'll speak on it. I'm just saying it's not consistent is what I'm saying. It's like she said, it may not be all bad. I'm saying it's not consistent. Why are you guys not consistent? And this has turned into, I feel bad, this has turned into a male bashing why men, and this is supposed to be about relationships in general, and we up here grilling you.
No, because I'm coming back with, like, I need to know this and I need to know that, which probably might help a lot of guys out there to understand.
Or women
to understand, like, okay, if this person doing this, does it mean that they're really not into me, or is it something that I'm not doing? Because in some relationships, you know, you can get in it the first 2 or 3 months, you don't call as much. And
that
the guy,
would be the time that you would call, right?
It would be.
Because we was falling asleep on the phone.
Yeah, it would be. But let's say, okay, you don't call as much, you don't talk about certain topics, you don't do this. A guy would get, what's the word I'm looking for? Is it content?
Yes,
content,
I guess.
Yes, a guy would get content with that. And later on in the year, or when things like really get good, and you're like, why we don't talk as much? We never started off like that. So I'm content with not doing it. I don't know how to do that now. I got to figure that out.
Y'all act like y'all dumb.
Not necessarily.
Man, no, I'm serious though. Men be like, oh, I don't know how to do this. Oh, I didn't know I got to do that. Where y'all daddies at?
Some of them don't all have daddies.
Y'all don't watch TV?
Somebody raised you how
TV is a fairy tale. Don't bring TV in.
But hold on, because that goes back to, we're Disney princesses. We grew up on Disney princess.
You figured it out.
Our parents, our mothers making us feel, our fathers making us feel top priority. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. Going back to what you were saying, like, you know that you're a placeholder. For me, I don't, honestly, there's 50-50. The part that says, I feel like I'm a placeholder because of X, Y, and Z. But the other part is the cat and mouse game that came behind it. Because when we met, and this is where I lowered my guard, because the first time we actually was in the same household together, because we went on dates, we've been outside, right? The first time we were in a household, this man has told me, this is where he jumped over the moon. I don't know how he did it, but he jumped over the moon. And it was, instead of him saying, I don't care for women that wear weave or makeup, he says, I want to see what you look like in the morning. Oh, okay.
What does that mean?
It means he wants to see the raw version of you.
Right, but is that an insult, or is that is that curiosity? Is that, hey, I want to wake up to you?
It could be all of the above.
What does that mean?
It could be all of the above, I would say, depending on how the conversation went.
Okay.
And so for our conversation, it was, he wants to see, because he's already mentioned, right? He don't really care for certain things, but women latch onto things that make them feel better, make them feel good, right? So knowing that we've had this conversation, you say, hey, I want to see what you look like in the morning. It was like, okay, you want to see what I look like without makeup and weave and the raw. Okay, boom. And I did that. This man tells me, you look put together. And I said, what? He said, yeah, it looked like before you called me on FaceTime, you frisked up a bit. And I said, well, yeah, I got to brush my teeth. You know, I ain't trying to just roll over and be like, good wait. Nah. So,
because he can smell your morning breath through the phone.
I mean, you know, some of y'all got yellow teeth, but we ain't gonna talk about it.
Oh my God.
But no, when I say he jumped over the moon, is because we engaged in the topic of conversation of having a nightcap. And for some of you who don't know what a nightcap is, it's not taking off your clothes, okay? It's staying up to the wee hours of the night, having an intellectual conversation and getting to know the other person, stimulating their mind instead of their body, okay?
Thanks for breaking that down.
You're welcome.
Now you know.
So, this man was like, you know, I love watching movies. I'm a homebody. I like, you know, I can wear a onesie. You can bring your onesie over here. We'll cuddle. We'll watch a movie. Let's have a real nightcap.
Okay.
I thought this man was playing, okay? So I showed up being cute as I'm supposed to, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We got the drinks and we literally talked for 6 hours.
This is in the beginning.
In the beginning, we've talked from 6 hours. It went from relationships, politics, what you like, what you don't like. And then at the end of it, yeah, it was like maybe 2 or 3 in the morning. And I'm not going to say this because he tried to get in my pants, but he was very respectful, right? And we literally sat in a room in an office. It wasn't in his bedroom. We sat in his office and we talked. We had a very intellectual conversation that wowed me. And I think, me personally, I'm a great debater. So I will go tit for tat if you allow me to. And he is too. And so mentally, he turned me on, not physically. So it was, if I can sit here and talk to you for hours, it gotta be something that I'm giving you in return for you to turn around and say, it's late. You're not finna drive home. You can stay the night on the couch. I can give you the bed, whatever it is. This is what this man did, okay? You want some pajamas? He gave me his pants, his shirt. And I'm like, I ain't never did this before. So he intrigued me to want more, right? This man went to the bathroom and in my head, I'm sitting here like, this crazy. This ain't never happened. And I was like, okay. And before he went to the bathroom, he made a comment and was like, you know, I expect your lashes to be on my pillow in the morning, but you know, it's all good. Now, y'all know we don't take no lashes off when you just met somebody, okay? And so the comfortability level in me lowered. It was just like, I don't know why, I don't know how, but it was like, you say you want to see me in the raw. So when this man went to the bathroom, I took my lashes off. And I set them bad boys on his dresser. Took makeup off, everything. When he came back, he sat next to me in the bed and we was cuddling and watching TV, and it took him a hot second to realize. And he turned over and he was like, you took your lashes off? Oh, you got real comfortable.
I thought that's what you wanted.
For, right? And from there, we went into this year-long relationship. This is where you sold me, right? Because what man has ever told a woman is realistically that actually meant it without actually trying to get in her pants? You get what I'm saying? So when we talk about, do you really know that you're a placeholder? Why did you go this far? Why did you intrigue me this much? Why did you dig so far to make me be a placeholder? Was it something that I did? Was it something that I said that reminded you of your ex? Where was the disconnect that now I became the placeholder, that you've stopped intriguing me? You stopped.
What are you looking for?
The time and attention. I mean, time is essence, right? We can spend time. We see each other at least 3 to 4 times a week. But in that time, I don't want to just sit here and watch you watch TV or just be in your presence.
Did you explain that to him?
Yes. And we've talked about love languages. We talked about what is your love language, what is my love language. And this, if that's your love language, that is fine. But it has to be 50-50. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with being over here because as much as I come over and I start talking and I get to know you, now that becomes a part of me. So now I'm comfortable being here, right? But at the same time, it's like, hey, I want a little more. I want a little more. But you got your way. You okay. And so men say women don't try or we're not, living to their expectations. I used to be a beast in my 20s, okay?
I got a question though. I feel like the same way men say we get too comfortable,
they do too.
They do too. This is pretty much what you're saying. This is the reverse of a woman getting married and now she don't keep herself up. A woman getting married and now she don't cook as much. A woman getting married now she's not putting out as much. You know what I'm saying? So I guess he's just comfortable. Maybe you're not a placeholder. Maybe he's comfortable. So and then that brings me to my next thing. How do you keep that person from not being comfortable?
That was my
Meaning you I don't want to say dumbed yourself down because it wasn't an intellectual thing. You pretty much unglamified, like you dulled Brittany back. You kind of dimmed your light a little bit as far as this is a Barbie girl. She is always hair, makeup, nails. So it like if you're taking it off for him so that he's comfortable, is it because he really don't like that, or is he just uncomfortable because that's your shine? Like some people don't like being in your light. So is it a thing where it's like, let me kind of knock you down so you comfortable down here with me? Is it an insecurity thing?
That's a good question. But to that, I would say for all you women out there, I am a master cosmetologist.
And she is.
Yeah. But I would definitely say to that point is I don't think he dimmed my light. And the reason why I say that is because for every woman out there who wears hair, makeup, nails, it is a part of you and I won't say self-esteem issues, but a part of you that makes you feel better. And so for someone to actually see the raw you is comfortable because it's like you said, I don't have to be like, oh my God, I gotta cook, I gotta do this to get this man. I just have to be essentially the way I was born. This is essential. This is what I step outside looking like. And so I think of it as it's not dimming my light. There are two people to me. There's Brittany and there's Yahttie. That's my alter ego. When I would step out the house and she's glammed up, you step across this line, you're talking to Yahttie. But if you can get me out of my hair and my makeup, you are talking to Brittany. So when I go home I kick it with my homegirls, I kick it with my family. A lot of people don't get to see that. Women are like an onion. You have to peel me back layer by layer. And you have essentially done that when I've taken my makeup off and I'm sitting here with mismatched pajamas on and not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're comfortable and we're watching TV. You've unpeeled me. And now it's like I have no walls to hide behind.
Okay, crazy question. Who want who the most?
Ooh.
And the reason why I say that is because do you think that you showed your Brittany too soon to him? Since we're talking about the cat and mouse game.
That's what I was trying to say.
It doesn't matter. What did you do to deserve that?
You mentally stimulated me.
That's one thing.
But that was a huge thing in my book. Because a lot of people walk around on the streets. Let's talk about this Walmart trip, shall we say, right? Most women be like, oh, this man hit on me in Walmart and I had on, just jogging pants and a shirt. Yeah. Sometimes they trying you just to see, right? But he didn't try me. We didn't meet at the Walmart. We didn't meet at a grocery store when I was playing Jane and he got to see, when we went on a date, this extravagant person. He's got to see this extravagant person from day one. And so when you asked, and it was how you asked that intrigued me, that said a lot for me. Because a lot of people don't do that. You did something out of the norm. So 1 out of a million men don't do that. So that's why I did it. Because it was like, let's see how this goes. Let's see if you really said who you're going to be. And he was. But I'm just asking for more. And like she said, he's comfortable. How do we get out of that comfortability zone?
Because you gave him the one thing that he asked for. And just like I said, what did he do to deserve it? You said he mentally
Stimulated her.
So that's one thing out of a relationship. I'm pretty sure it's something that you told him, that things that you're looking for in a relationship. And I know if you just stimulate my mind, you got me.
Okay, so shifting gears, because I feel like we're in circles about it. Bottom line, how do you know if he's just not into you or if he is?
So I'm guessing what you're saying is I've given him what he's want, and that's just it.
But you're supposed to be able to work through relationships.
And that's what I thought.
You do.
Because if you don't, if he doesn't compromise, then do you stay?
That's
Are you
true.
gonna stay stagnant?
That's true. That's true. All that is true. But the main thing he said was your lashes. That's the last thing you could have kept. I would take the makeup off. I probably ain't take the wig off for you. But the lashes, no.
You know how I
And
feel
it
about my
seemed
lashes.
like-
I
and it
haven't
seemed
had mine done in a
It seemed like
minute.
when he said that, you was like, oh, you deserve it.
No.
No.
I'm taking the lids off. I'm running this bitch blind. I can't see a motherfucking thing. This is it. This he came out. This is all of me, baby. You got me.
I'm done.
You got
So he just. So is there a resolve to this?
That's his orgasm.
But
No.
what you said was when you met her, you knew that she was the one, right? And it was something about her that triggered that. And what I'm saying is that triggered me to say, this is the one I'm taking my lashes off for.
Okay.
That's what the meaning
Okay.
behind taking the lashes off.
So, what you wanted more, not saying that you should keep throwing signals in them. You know what I'm saying? But, but the cat and mouse game, it got to take effect. Like, look,
So
I'm showing you this. I'm giving you this. I don't know what else.
So, are you saying she should dial back a little bit?
Tap it.
I mean, that
Tap
does
it.
work.
Like,
I'm
figure it
proof.
out. Figure it out. I really want you. You playing this distance thing, so I'm gonna fight for it. I pull up at. She used to love sneakers. I'm pulling up two king size sneakers. Oh, thank you. You had to do that. You gotta do better than this though. You gonna fight for it, and she ain't gonna say she played the distant role, but
I play hard to get.
you're not finna do this one thing and then think I'm finna call you and stay up with you. You're gonna earn it, and once I earn it, of course, the older that you
Then
get,
you act stupid.
Nah.
Yeah. Let's keep it real because that's what she's saying.
Certain stuff had happened for me to act that way.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
be real.
Okay.
But
Say that for a story time.
we can. But through it all, I still made sure that what I started with, I'ma end with, and then
I still get flowers.
instead do better.
So the monkey wrench here, though, right? You talk about what you've done to do more, right? And so let's flip the case because now it's what do I do more? I've taken the lashes off. What else is more that you're asking for? Because there is a fine line between playing wife and being wife.
That's true.
So yeah, I cook you a meal here and there, and you receive that, and you do the same for me. But the point was you're comfortable, and it's no matter what else I do, I can show you the world. I've taken this man out for his birthday. You know, I bought you a Christmas gift. Ooh, come on.
I ain't got
Come
nothing
on.
to say. I know so much.
I don't feel like I've given my all, because trust, there are some tricks.
You've given more than
But
you
I've
should.
given more than the average to say when you say the Snickers wasn't enough, right? The lashes wasn't enough. I know the lashes wasn't enough. It was a start to show you that I can be that person that you're looking for. And this is what comes with this. So lashes or no lashes, y'all see I got these lashes on
She
today.
got them lashes on today.
And I'm going to continue to have them lashes on. And I'm sure he has a pair on his carpet somewhere. But, you know, there are times where it's like, okay, we're just hanging out. We're kicking it. I don't need my makeup because you make me feel comfortable enough not to need it.
Right.
So that wasn't, when I say that, it wasn't all just about him. That had effect on me too. So yes, everybody's looking for more, and I feel like I've given that. So now we're talking into, am I just that placeholder?
Let me ask you this: you're wanting more. Is he expressing that he's wanting more, or is he just comfortable with
Just
what
I
you're
was
giving?
That's exactly what I was saying.
Because I mean, relationships are two-way street. Sometimes 3, 4. I mean, depending on what you're into.
Wow.
Okay. However, you have these things that you need from your significant other. Is he expressing that he needs more from you? Or is he content with what you're currently giving him?
I personally feel he's content.
And do you feel like you're giving too much? And that's why he's content?
I'm
Or
a
do-
Cancer. What is too much for us?
Or is he content because he's
He's getting what he wants without
He's
asking.
What's the old saying? You get, why buy the cow when you get the milk for free?
Okay. Touche.
I'm just asking. I'm asking questions. I questions that need answers.
Because I mean, that's the biggest question.
Yeah, because I
All
mean,
night.
you have all these things that you need. There's nothing wrong with that, but you can't be the only one that's needing something. But I guess so if you're giving everything and not getting anything in return. So
I've personally dialed back. But again, that brings the cat and mouse. When we dial back,
that's unnatural.
You
I
just-
hate that.
He just phased with it.
no, you're coming harder. And it's like,
And then,
why? Why are you playing this game with me? If you want to be here, the end goal for people that are really dating out there is be married, okay?
Or maybe not marriage. So everybody doesn't want to be married, but they just want to have that one person.
True. But if that's a
Just to have a
conversation at
partner.
hand when you meet somebody, you need to progress somewhere.
Are those his goals?
That is his goals.
He does want to be married and have a family.
Yep.
Okay, so that's a start.
And he's not seeing nobody else. It's just all you.
No. He's not. Supposedly.
2-parent home.
Yep.
I don't.
That's
If
a tough
you
one.
if you really want this person, that's something that y'all gonna have to figure out. It's not gonna take no 1 year. It's not gonna take no 2 years. Because
And-
both of you guys had, like you said, that was something brand new that he has done to you. Out of all the people that you've been with, this one thing that he did was something brand new to you. He has to get familiar with you.
Let me ask you this. So we have signs. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw this out here. Is bringing you around their family and introducing you as their girlfriend, is that a sign that you're in the right direction? We gonna play the questions game.
Of course it is.
Okay.
A
The
real gentleman will take you around their families and friends to be known, to let it be known, like, hey,
This my person.
this the one.
Hold on. Hold on. Pause. Hold on.
Mhm.
I'm gonna throw a flag out there because someone told me, maybe they are just introducing you as their girlfriend because they don't want people
Who said
to
that?
know.
Who said that? Who said that?
They don't just want people to know that y'all just sleeping around. So the girlfriend term is not necessarily a real thing.
It really ain't, but that's how he introduced you.
So what I was saying was,
I didn't hear my answer. I'm throwing my flag out there.
flag on the play. So
Cause honestly, okay, so it go 50-50. I ain't
okay, I was gonna
I ain't gonna do it like that.
I'm
Because I mean, if you
Y'all both sound
that one, the guy gonna say this is my woman, not a girlfriend.
okay. Not necessarily though, because some people aren't mature enough to do. I mean, some people are uncomfortable with the my man, my woman.
Okay, my lady.
My lady, okay, whatever. So I just feel I was speculating, like. Why you gotta be so extra?
I still ain't got my else.
I was just saying, I was wondering if, not necessarily the sleeping around, just the matter of the fact of maybe someone would introduce you as their significant other, girlfriend, boyfriend, man, woman, lady, whatever, to their family just to kind of save face. Because you're always around. Because it's more, okay, we're in our 30s, right? And what do the families always ask us in our 30s?
When you getting married? When you gonna have kids?
Correct.
What are you waiting for?
Oh, what about the girl you was with? Da 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 da. Oh, well, what happened to the guy you was with? So it's more comfortable if you're kicking it, or it's easier if you're kicking it with someone the most, or consistently, or only, whether you want more from them or not, to just put a title on, that's my girlfriend, that's my boyfriend, that's my man, so that people will stop asking you, oh, well, what you and Brittany doing? Or what you and David doing? What you and Michelle got going on? Like, it just kind of helps to be like, yeah, that's my girlfriend. So people will leave you the fuck alone. Questioning you because we're in our 30s. And people are expecting us to be married and have kids. And
But
you understand where I'm coming from, though?
But a guy is still figuring it out.
Yeah, about 6 minutes.
He's still figuring it out. The thing is, a guy will take you around his people. Like you said, put a face on it. But if I'm taking you around my people, there's something about you that has me comfortable enough to introduce you to my everyday people. So if anything happened, you can get in touch with them, you can talk to them. Now, the introduction, if I'm at her house and her people was like, hey, who is this, da, 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 da. I'm not going to say nothing. It's her job to let them know who I am. And if you're not saying anything, then, you know, I'm just a boy toy. I'm just here to show off XYZ and keep it pushing. Just to be a bit flex. Some of it can be a bit flex. To be like, hey, yeah, I got a woman, you know, I'm doing good. I ain't down and out. I ain't worrying about the last thing. You see, I'm moved on, everything else like that.
Now, I'm going to answer your question. I've only heard one verbal introduction as his lady. Just one out of multiple people that I've met. But in conversations around these people, they refer to me as your girlfriend.
Are y'all affectionate around those people? What are your interactions with?
Recently, around the parents or the mother, yes.
Okay.
Around others, we've been out in an open setting where it's just a chill, relaxed vibe.
You know who I think about? I hate to say, but your brother and his girl, it took him about a year and some change to bring her around.
So that comes to the topic that we have on hand. When do you know you're a placeholder, right? Because you saying men have to figure it out. And we're figuring this thing out. And I feel like in relationships these days, people are not willing to fight to move forward, right? They're just calling it quits. So we are figuring this out within the first year. Who's to say that I'm not a placeholder, and who's to say that I am? So the topic was, when do we know we're moving in the right direction?
When you choose to still stay with that person, regardless of what the hell is going on.
That was your first answer, y'all. We done came full circle, and you know what? I'm done. We're gonna have to put a pin in this because we will be all night. We be all night.
I don't know. it's a tough one. But if you're really passionate about this person and you see yourself going forward with this person, the best advice that I can give is, communicate. Help me understand a little bit more on what it is to make you do more for me or to
meet my needs.
Yeah.
So how do you ask, since you're the gentleman at the table, how do you ask or relay this message to a man without him feeling as if, number one, you're attacking his manhood, and number two, that you're blaming him? Because most of the time when women talk to men, they feel like we're blaming them, and we're just trying to relay how we're feeling and getting it across so where they're understanding and they're being receptive to that. Awkward silence.
Can we talk?
No man wants to hear that. Y'all
it's
haywire when we say that.
Or I thought it was we need to talk. It's both of them.
It's both of them.
Both?
It's both of them.
Okay. Don't take it the wrong way. That's still coming back.
Let me tell you something.
I'm about to lay out on you, but don't take this the wrong way. But I'm about to put it up.
He out of the game. You can't ask him. He don't even know how.
Well, men out there, we need to know these answers. Since
He don't know no
out
more.
the game. We need to know.
We be so direct. I need some affection. I'm sick of this shit. Those are messages I send.
But we still sit down and talk.
We talk. I mean, but I just be like, excuse me, you ain't paying me no attention. Or I'm walking around. What you mad for? You ain't slapped my butt today. That's the comfortability that you want.
Ooh.
So all right, guys, this was
fun.
Thank you, Brittany, for coming. We may have to do like a part 2 and get some insight. We may have to bring the Mr. on the show. Oh yeah, we need to bring
It
him
probably
on
might
the
help
show.
me out a little bit more too.
Yeah, so we can get a feel.
Because right now it's 2 against 1.
If he sees this video, I'm officially single. Anybody else out there, that kind of, what is going on here? Did they say bring him on the show? Like,
Y'all, if y'all got some advice for my friend, put it in the comments below. If you want to holler at my friend, put it in the comments below.
Oh Lord.
If y'all have some red flags or just whatever, any commentary on this video,
put it down.
Put
below.
it down below.
I want to know y'all thoughts.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Thanks for coming. Close us out.
Before we leave out, I do want to send a big congratulations to my baby bro,
Yay!
Izzy. Invited a brand new baby girl into the world.
Yes.
And at the end, I always end with Wet the World. WTW.
Can I get some coochie? Please, can I get some coochie? Woo! Please, can I get some coochie? 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 Can I get some coochie? Hold up. Get some coochie. Get coochie. Please get some coochie. Can I get some coochie?
Yup.
Get some coochie. Get coochie. Please get some coochie. Can I get some coochie? Please can I get some coochie? Can I get coochie?
Yup.
Can I get some coochie? Can I get coochie? Please can I get some coochie? Can I get coochie? Can I get some coochie? Can I get coochie?
Until then, I'll holler at you guys next time.